with the weather. Let's go back here, just so that we can check on the tropics. Well, hurricane season is still here, even in November, because hurricane season typically ends up until November 30th. Okay, so let's see what we got. In the tropics, you're not seeing so much strong winds aloft, and maybe not much that's going on in the Caribbean. Melissa, as you can see here, yeah, it's a former tropical system. Anything brewing in the Atlantic is very unlikely at this point, even with the lack of wind shear. Plenty of dry air. A lot of strong winds aloft all across the Atlantic, everywhere, for the most part. Unless it's dead. Let's see, and then you have Sunday. Maybe something could form here, but then again... Oh, and maybe something could happen over the Gulf, though. But then again, not much is going to happen, because you get a lot of wind shear, though. A lot of dry air. It's going to take over the area of possible development. Tuesday night, this standalone upper level low that may have a chance of development, but then again, it's not much, though. Not much because of wind shear throughout the rest of the tropics. This upper level low, it's going to stick around, though, causing some wet weather throughout anywhere near the upper level low. Hey, Wild, welcome. Okay, can't stay for too long, just stopping by for a few minutes. Oh, no problem. Well, I'll just ask you this anyway. How was your day? How was Halloween so far? How's it been going? If not, don't worry about it. I'll probably see you tomorrow. Same time, though. Let's see. Well, nothing much is happening in the tropics next Tuesday, then next Wednesday. Not much as well. I mean, just because not much is happening doesn't really mean that hurricane season is over. Anything can happen, though. Next Thursday, not much, maybe a little bit, just right near Costa Rica, near Nicaragua, and the southern part of the Caribbean. Maybe something could form on the eastern side of the Windward Islands, an upper level low, but what's the point? It's nothing related to the tropics, though. It's just dry air that's going to surround the system anyway. Maybe something could form in the Gulf, but then after that, wind shear takes over, and this is all just part of cutoff low, as you can see, to prove my point. Yeah, this was cut off on Tuesday, or will be cut off on Tuesday. Still recovering from an infection, but other than that, it's been fine. I'm so sorry. Have you gotten better? Oh, right, never mind. You're still recovering. You said you had a cold, and then it spread to your ear, right? But I'm glad you're doing fine despite your infection that you're still recovering from. I hope you get better sooner. Yeah, because no one should deal with that, even if it's just a cold. Let's take a look at the European model real quick. That's former Melissa. Then you have so much wind shear all across the tropics. Tomorrow night, same story. Then this may form a low, but not much. Maybe here as well for Sunday night, but my Monday night, You got this cutoff low right here near Florida. Maybe something could form over the Windward Islands, but it's just nothing much though. Tuesday night, maybe, and just not really though. It's just plenty of disorganized thunderstorms throughout the Caribbean, like Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. For Wednesday night, maybe something could form south of the Dominican Republic. Plenty of, let me see what it looks like. This is an upper level high just over the Gulf. And plenty of wind shear throughout the rest of the tropics, which means chances of development are very slim. And even with this, it's very disorganized by Thursday night. Friday night, though, maybe something could form near Jamaica again, but right now it's too soon to call. And for the record, they're still recovering from Melissa. So it's all just a guessing game after that. And then now let's see what we got for with the Canadian model. Let me see. Let's take a look. Okay, so Melissa's right here, and the tropics chances of development very slim. Yeah, same story, but Melissa's way gone right now. Maybe here, chance of development, but not quite. For Sunday, a lot of wind shear and dry air throughout the tropics. Monday night, maybe something could form just east of the Windward Islands. Tuesday night, maybe, but it's just nothing but a big rainmaker in the Eastern Caribbean by Tuesday night, though. Otherwise, it's just nothing much that's brewing in the tropics. Maybe something in the southwestern Gulf by Wednesday night. Otherwise, it's just nothing much. And by Thursday night, chances of development are squandered. And then after that, by Friday night and next week, it's just not much, though. Not much. Alright, and now let's go here. Anything else brewing in the tropics, according to the National Hurricane Center? Not much. Melissa, it's now a post-tropical cyclone. And although I don't really want to show what's going on, because I mean, Melissa is no longer a tropical system, but the one thing I could say is that it's still a hurricane. Well, even though it lost its tropical status, but still the maximum sustained winds are at 85 miles an hour. It's moving northeast at 48 miles an hour. Hold on a minute. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. But regardless, Melissa, even though it'll still be a hurricane, but it still doesn't mean that it's a tropical system. It's actually considered a post-tropical cyclone, even though despite it being a Category 1 quote-unquote hurricane because it's over cold water. That's the case at 11 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time, which is Eastern Daylight Time. Oh yeah, by the way, my area, we're actually gonna switch time So, Wild, if you're still here, Sunday it'll get slightly wonky in terms of the time zone difference because I end up moving 1 hour back, then we move back to the original time right around March. But right now, let's just focus on what's going on right now. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going on with the fall foliage map. So you can see past peak colors are dominating throughout much of New England, much of New Jersey, and the Appalachian Mountains. Much of the Midwest as well, and much of the West only on the mountainous parts, as well as Seattle, parts outside of Portland. Oh yeah, and Florida, you're not getting any full foliage whatsoever. But in my area, we do have. Oh, looks like my area. I'm not gonna show where I live specifically, but regardless, we do have some high colors, moderate to high colors, or even close to like peak colors for that matter. In places like Dallas and Atlanta, still has some low colors. LA, low colors as well, but just about a few miles away. Some places have past peak colors though. Las Vegas, also peak colors. Chicago has peak colors. Alright. Wild, if you're still here, you do have past peak colors. And finally, well, don't mind this, folks. I mean, I already know what's going on, but it's already well informed. But as you can see, much of the country is dealing with some drought, most notably in northern New England and parts of the southeast, southern Texas, desert southwest, parts of the Great Basin, northern Rockies, and parts of the Ohio Valley, just from Toledo all the way to Springfield, Illinois, through Indianapolis. Otherwise, in the Great Plains, it's just half of the Great Plains do have less drought. In Northern California too, and Tennessee and Kentucky as well. All right, so now we're gonna go here, but we're actually gonna go through here just so that we can talk about the 3-day forecast. Hold on a minute. Okay. All right. All right, Wild, if you're still here, I can still provide you the forecast. Although there's some few clouds and showers in your area. I'm going to do the 3-day forecast, though. For tomorrow morning, Wild, you do have temperatures that for the low, they'll be in the freezing mark, just right around the low negative single digits, like -1, -2 degrees Celsius, something like that. Throughout the U.S., you do have some mild temperatures throughout Florida, throughout the lower Mississippi Valley. I heard New York City had some flooding yesterday. Yes, that is true, Wild. We had a lot of water, most notably throughout the city. I mean, the city had some trouble with some drainage issues. Much of the sewers in the New York City area, they could not handle that much water. And at that time, I mean, I don't live in the city. I just live on the outskirts I just live in the suburbs. But still, I experienced